Welcome to Susie, Mccrea, and JulieNguyen conversation. Hi, Susie. Happy Valentine's Day to you, my sister.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. I'm wearing the red. Yours is sort of red.
Sort of red.
Yeah. You know, every day is Valentine's Day when you're part of Onpassive, right? Because we're focused on love and the heart connection. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. It's so good to see you, Julie, and thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So good to see you as well. Always great conversations Susie and I have together. And I wanted to have that conversation here with Susie so everyone can join in. Welcome everyone to my Facebook and to my YouTube channel as well. If you find this conversation valuable to you, would love for you to share it out to your friends, your family. We are doing this today on Valentine's Day. And of course, we always love talking about Onpassive because that's the love, that's the connections that we get to see connecting with each other today. So the topic that Susie and I want to talk about today is single sign-on and then ecosystem, right? Those are two topics. The banner, I put it out there, single sign-on ecosystem. Everybody thinks that's kind of like single sign-on to an ecosystem, but we want to talk about two separate subjects. One is single sign-on and the other one is an ecosystem. So let's start with single sign-on, Susie. In your understanding, your experience, what is single sign-on means to you?
Okay, well, thanks, Julie. And like you and I discussed beforehand and in our conversations, because we talk just about every single day, you know, I think a lot of times we try to make things sound too technical, too technobabble, too much information. And sometimes it's easier when you're discussing a product, a business, a solution, technology, things in life. It's always good to look at what problem does it solve. Okay, start off with what problem does it solve? And we were kind of laughing about this. If you've got a product that is a health product and you start talking about mitochondria and at the cellular level and all of this scientific, you know, people are going to start, their eyes are going to start rolling and just say, I have a problem sleeping and I don't feel good. How are you going to help me? I don't care about that other stuff. So with Onpassive, what I get excited about is there is some really simple layman's terms for what Onpassive is offering to the globe. Okay, and as we all know, Onpassive is IT, information technology, infused with AI, artificial intelligence, and we have launched to the public with 3 free products, and we're getting ready to launch another fabulous product very, very soon. So single sign-on, let me get back to single sign-on. What does single sign-on mean to me? What will it mean to people everywhere? And this is my personal opinion. So single sign-on, actually, Julie, if it's okay with you, and I know we're going with the flow, can I talk about a little bit about ecosystem first?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could switch it around because I think both of these topics are actually interconnecting with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So
yeah,
ecosystem. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I heard that Onpassive was having an ecosystem, I started thinking about what does an ecosystem mean to me? And I think a lot of you will agree. You think back to an ecosystem is like an environment that's enclosed, that different things are interconnected. And I was thinking back when I was in grade school and we used to make terrariums. We used to put like soil in it and little plants and everything, you know, the water and the plants and the soil, they were all connected and they all helped each other out within that ecosystem. I know that sounds a little silly, but that's the first thing that came into my head when I heard Mufareh, the founder and the CEO of Onpassive talk about an ecosystem. The other thing I like to envision, which I say a lot, is, and everyone says, under one umbrella. Okay. And we have the umbrella in the back there with our hearts there. How cool is that? So ecosystem, you can go look it up, look at the different terms. There are different ecosystems out there in biology, you know, out in the world. There's also technology ecosystem. So in basic layman terms, I like to look at it as everything is at your fingertips in one area. Single sign-on, meaning I have a way to sign into this wonderful Onpassive ecosystem, and I sign in once. And inside this beautiful ecosystem, I have different solutions, products, services, all under one umbrella. So what's the importance of that? Yeah, there's a lot of maybe websites out there where you go in and you're inside the website and the person has created their own kind of ecosystem. You sign in once, the shopping cart's in there, you purchase something, you add your information, all under one umbrella. This is very, very different. So don't, you know, single sign on, you're in. And I'm going to use a few examples from, you know, my experience, and I'm sure people out there too have had the same experience. I know I've talked to this in length about one of our upcoming products in Onpassive and how great it is, Staff, which will be coming down the line. So if you've worked in a business or you have your own business or, you know, you're involved in a business, a lot of times there are multiple software platforms that do specific things for you to do your job for the business to run. So one of those may be email. And in the email, you have to log in, you have your username and password, you get into your email, and perhaps there is your calendar and maybe some other things. Then you may have to log into a payroll system. And in that payroll system, you have to yet go to another icon or location, click into that software, and you got another sign on. So you've already maybe signed into your email, you go somewhere else, you sign into your payroll because maybe you have to clock in or do whatever you have to do. Then you have to get some financial reports. So you have to then click into maybe an enterprise system that holds data or some sort of data management system. Now you have to log in there. So now already just a few simple things you need to do during the day. You are going from one platform to the next, generally, most likely different sign-on usernames and passwords. And what that can do is that's a time waster. It's also provides a level of frustration to the user because they have to make sure they remember their usernames and passwords. And you know, Julie, I don't know, have you ever, you know, been in something and all of a sudden it seems like you have to change your passwords because it's been a certain amount of time, and now all of a sudden you change it, then you're into another thing, and then it's asking you to change your password, and just keeping track of all of that. And it is a pain. And more of a pain is to a business or a company who has a help desk who manages and supports the workforce with their usernames and passwords. So what happens then is employees are getting frustrated because they forgot their password. They can't remember, where do I go for this? And they're bombarding someone's help desk. So with Onpassive, Ash and his team in their brilliance have said single sign-on. So you enter this ecosystem. You know, remember that terrarium I'm talking about where everything you need is there to live. And it's all under that big umbrella like we see in the back. And I can go to my email. I can go into OTrim, which we have. I can go into ONet, which is a hybrid social media platform, which you'll be able to check out. I can go into all of those areas. Connect, that's coming very soon. I want to have a video conference. I'm right there. I don't have to say, let me go log in there. Let me go back to my email. Let me make sure I've contacted everybody. Oh, I've got to go check this here. It's all nice. It's like, what's the word I'm trying to think?
It's all organized. It's in one umbrella. You get access to everything that you needed in one place.
In one place, it's like nirvana almost. It's like an oasis. That's the word I'm thinking.
Exactly.
Think of that ecosystem as an oasis. You want to be there. You want to be there because once you're signed in and you're there, you're there. Yeah. You're not hunting and pecking for all of these different areas to log in. And the other thing we've been taught and reassured by Ash and his team is it's very secure.
Absolutely.
Very secure for the single sign-on. So Julie, how many usernames and passwords do you think you have for the different things you log into every day?
It's endless, Susie. It's endless. And the worst thing is that some of these are not working together. Like some of these apps, some of these platforms. I mean, like, to me, Susie, an ecosystem is basically a network of organizations or an organized network of people, right? Could be customer, business owners, competitors, government agency, all of that working in one together, being in one ecosystem. When you're talking about business, you got to provide the values of what the customers needs, right? And what you have been saying here is what the problem we are dealing with it every day in our daily life, in business life, if you're a business owner. But when you come into Onpassive ecosystem, everything is organized together. The people that are in it together, they're working peacefully, united together to literally benefiting each other. To me, an Onpassive ecosystem is a place where everyone wants to be. Right.
And you brought it up. You did a much better description about things than I did. I forgot to add the fact that in the Onpassive ecosystem, all of the products are interconnected. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how many of you have gone where you work. Okay. I'm going to give maybe another quick example. Most workplaces, they do a good job on this. They have a website. And it's almost like an employee portal, okay? Like a portal of things where you log in, and in there you can access your emails, maybe meetings. You can also get into your payroll, but sometimes what you have to do is you have to click on it and it brings you somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And then you have to log into there, or you go in and you get into maybe some financial reports, and it has to make sure you're authorized to be in there. So you have to authorize yourself, then you download the report, and then you have to try to get that report and then go back to where you need to load the information in. With Onpassive's ecosystem in that single sign-on, you're in there, you're moving around, you're not wasting time, energy, and frustration hunting and pecking and trying to figure out where you need to go for everything. It's all there. And you want to know what the best part is? I was just thinking of, because I know we go with the flow here. All of the customer solution is in one place. So
one place, not only in one place, and imagine if every single month you have to make a payment on some of the tools and services that you are doing. What if you only need to make one payment one place instead of 10, 20 bills? That's exactly the question. I went and met the doctors the other day, and my question to him is, how many bills do you make payment a month? He said 10 20. It's depend on the products, what we need, right? To make our entire business functional, right? What if there's only one place you need to make payment to for the tools and the services?
I didn't even think of that. That's an excellent point, because here, we're feeding off of each other on what we know about Onpassive, what we're trying to relate to everyone in layman terms. And that's an excellent point, Julie. I mean, really think about that. Businesses out there that may have an email provider that they use, and they're supporting their business with that. They're paying that bill. Then they also have a video conference product that they use. They're paying that separately. And all of that takes time, energy, and effort, because that billing has to be set up. It may be different for each one. Some of it may be yearly, some of it may be monthly. And it's keeping track of all of that. And on top of that, if you have a issue with one or the other, okay, I have to go there and then I have to contact their customer service. With Onpassive, it's all right there. One single sign-on.
Yeah.
That ecosystem.
Right.
Everything at your fingertips.
Right.
People are gonna love it. They already love it now. The people coming in for the 3 free products that we have there now, because everything is there. I just know my years in management and in organizations, the frustration, the energy, all of the time wasted trying to find things, log in, get the help desk to help you. They're not there all the time too in a lot of companies. Then bringing in new people into the business or to your organization, trying to make lists of everything. This is where you go for this. This is how you sign on here. This is how you sign on here. And a new employee sometimes is like, oh my God, they got their notebook, they're writing it down, they're loading it in their phone, but it's all here and everything and it's interconnected. So someone could be in, say, looking at something in their business on a payroll issue. They'll be able to right there email someone or chat with them or have a quick video conference with them, share the screen. They're not going in and out of apps or other platforms. Absolutely brilliant. So if you're watching this and you this is the new internet.
Absolutely. And Susie, talking about the bills, like I have goosebumps in my body right now, because within our ecosystem, there is something called an wallet. Now we're talking about bills. We're talking about a currency. We're talking about global, right? There has to be a wallet that has 6 methods of payment, that has 120 currency can be received. And remember that conversation that we had within that ecosystem. Now it really brought me to an idea of, let's say, an artist, a singer, or a coach that has such really, really great materials that this coach or this artist wanted to have that message delivering to the world. Now, being in Onpassive ecosystem, let's just use the artist. The artist can have his or her performance right in the studio and yet broadcast it to the entire world through the tools that Onpassive is offering. Now, talking about the method of payment, right? Talking about the currency, that artist can charge currency, or I don't know, from Japan, from Germany, and still go into that one wallet. Just really think about it. This is just an idea. If this is just based on our opinions and the information that we understood learning by watching Onpassive so far, I think that is really brilliant, Susie.
Yes, and the security of it, because I know with our wallet, once things are set up and we're understanding more about money flowing in and flowing out, it is going to be once again a huge time saver and for everybody and have everything in one location. I mean, I know I have, of course, some of us have different bank accounts. We have different apps that we use if we want to send money or receive money. And it's all, a lot of us have it on our phone. You're clicking here and there. Yeah, sometimes it's easy to sign on with your Face ID and all that. But then none of those really talk to each other at all. So it's
and
like
fees that we have to pay.
Right, in the feeds. So none of those talk to each other. So, oh, did I pay for that through that or through this or whatever? But with OWallet, once again, we are in that oasis of an ecosystem under one umbrella, talking about that terrarium we made when we were in grade school, where everything is feeding off of each other and everything is happy, and it's a very good environment to be in. I'm just so excited, Julie, as the company is ready to get OConnect out there for people to see. We've been lucky enough to witness some of it behind the scenes, but now it's going to be coming out, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. So, we just wanted to come on today and just have a casual conversation, because we do know once everyone is in the ecosystem and more people are joining into the ecosystem, the language you use, the words you use to explain it, just think of it, everything at your fingertips under one umbrella, that ecosystem. It's secure, yet everything in there is interconnected. So you're not scrambling to all different places for information and trying to put it together. It's all there.
Yes. And everything that
one customer solution, right?
Absolutely. And everything that are in that ecosystem is affected by the individuals, the organizations that within that ecosystem. And that's one of the reasons why Mr. Mufareh and the team creating all these valuable, products where we could identify the person that I'm doing the transactions or having communication with. It's actually a real individual, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. So everything in there is, I imagine it's harmony and peaceful together in that whole ecosystem. And I just love it and excited to what's coming ahead of us.
Yep. And I know it sounds very, trite and simple about the usernames and passwords that we all have. And then you get the message it's been compromised. And then you're changing your password, or there's, it's been leaked. That creates a level of like, Also, what it's done is I don't use this app, but I know there's an app out there that can hold all your usernames and passwords for you. So just think about what's going on out there, and that we are scattered. And what's going to happen with what happens with a lot of companies too is they do have different platforms and software for their organization, but then a new flavor of the month comes out and they stop that one. They bring in a new application, maybe to handle their financial or accounting, or maybe their payroll or something, and they bring that in. So now people need to be trained. People need new usernames and passwords. The help desk needs to be trained on it. It's a lot of time, money, and energy. With Onpassive, once you are locked in and using all of the solutions in there and the products and the services, there's going to be constant new features coming in. So it's not having to go out there and get a whole other software or platform. It's going to be there. It's going to get better and better and better with more features. And I know Ash, he will be listening to his customers, because as you know, Julie, that's the reason why Onpassive is so successful. It's because Ash Mufareh, the founder and CEO, has put the user in the driver's seat to make things simple, easier for them. So he is going to be listening to the customers around the globe and continually making any tweaks or features to meet the needs of the people using these products, solutions, and services. I couldn't be more excited of what is happening in Onpassive, and just the explosion and the viral effect we will have when OConnect is shown to the globe. And like I said, Julie, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And how much fun this has been to be on this journey.
Absolutely, Susie. Onpassive is the future of internet. Onpassive is interconnected. And that's why we have this background here today. We are connecting to the world in unity and love. And the question for everyone to really think about this before we wrap this up, Susie, is which company out there that hasn't launched to the whole entire world that already has over 1 million customers in place? Which company out there that hasn't made money, hasn't bring in the income, but yet own 2 floors in the Burj Khalifa, also have almost 1,000 employees working for them all around the world, have offices in the USA, India, Dubai, Singapore, and many other places. The question to have the people that actually listening to this is ask themselves, which company is it out there that started from the top and then continue to open that top up? And that's what Onpassive is here. And Onpassive is the only company that does that.
You didn't even mention the train station.
Oh, there you go. That's why Susie is here. Yes, yes.
You know, and it's so funny. I hear a lot of people say, so we have an Onpassive a train terminal in Dubai named Onpassive.
Absolutely.
And people say for 10 years. Well, it's going to be longer than 10 years.
Yeah.
The deal was made because it only starts at 10 years.
Yes.
Go check it out, for God's sakes. I mean, it's incredible. All of the foot traffic going in there. What is it? Is it 700,000?
700,000 riders per day, over 2 million per year. Now, we didn't mention about the World Cup, right? How many 90 million people was watching it, right? And Onpassive was partnering with Bean Sports. Now, talking about the exposure to the world, what if now, and this is just came to my mind, what if you own a business and your business is powered by Onpassive?
Watch
the
out.
world already know Onpassive, right? What if your business, whatever that business is, powered by Onpassive? The amount of exposure to the world never been done before.
I know. Never, ever, ever have I been part of something that has this kind of excellence, quality, value, heart. Never, ever have I experienced anything like this in my life. We can't even really call it a business. It's so much more than that. And I don't think anyone will ever witness anything like this in their lifetime. Finally, a company and Ash Mufareh who is doing it right. Finally. And if you're watching this and you're just learning a little bit about Onpassive, you're going to learn more and more, dig in, and you'll understand the things we're saying. And then listen to us again. And you're going to get goosebumps like Julie.
Yes. All the time. Every time we're talking about Onpassive, it's like more things are coming up, right? More things. And then it helped you with your creativity. It helped you to be more innovative in terms of the things that you do in life. And And that's one of the reasons why we're sitting here talking, because we love it so much. And it is today, Valentine's Day, Onpassive. Everything that Onpassive creating, it's right around love. It's around love. It has love and heart right around it. And that's why Onpassive has Oh Bless as the center of all the products and services, and and that's why we're here. So,
and unfortunately, there's a lot of businesses and people out there that don't understand that how can a business be heart-centered like this?
Yeah.
And that's because
it's never been done before.
It's so rare. Oh, I'm gonna make a heart on my heart. Sort of. There you go. Okay, we've yapped enough.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for coming in and joining in literally our conversations. I can't see comments and name here, but always love your support, and hopefully you find this conversation valuable, so that you can take a point here or two to apply it on your own, or to share that with other people that you love. What we do every day is sharing the love, and love is what you can find here in Onpassive. I love you, Susie.
Yeah, I love you too. One last thing I'll end with. This isn't just for businesses.
Yeah.
This is for personal use.
Yeah.
There's products and solutions and services for personal use. I am so excited for the people I know in my life that need things simple, all in one place, single sign-on. This is going to be tremendous. And not only that, it's going to be my favorite F word, F-U-N, fun, because Ash Mufareh knows how to put fun into these solutions, products, services, whatever you want to call them. People are going to get addicted to them and just want to be in that ecosystem all day long. And I'm so looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Same here. Everyone, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Share the love. Love you, Susie. Take care.
I love you,
Our next
Julie.
conversation will be something else. See you next time. Bye, everyone.